Hey YouTube, Eric from Team Value 2010 here. Yep, sorry for the lack of videos, guys. But we're back. We had school. Brian's on vacation right now, so I'm gonna upload this video for you guys. So basically, we are nearing, I guess, the end of our, we're almost at the end of our March 1st, 2012 ban list. Our format, I guess. And it's time for a new ban list. And usually around this time, pretty soon, in like a month, I would say, or a few weeks, we are gonna get the confirmed ban list for September 1st. Konami usually puts it up on their website and says effective September 1st. There are rumors that at Worlds the ban list is already finalized and it's gonna be at Worlds. So that's good. So I guess we're gonna find out, or it's gonna leak once Worlds happens. In a few weeks, I guess. And yeah, so if you guys didn't know, V-Jump released in Japan. They released their tier list, I guess, for Yu-Gi-Oh! In what's going on in Japan. And since the ban list is based off of Japan, I want to address some of the cards that I think should be banned or should be affected, and what should be addressed in the format right now for the September 1st ban list. Um, so first off, right now, like tier 0, I guess, or tier 1 in Japan is Inzectors. They're just wrecking over there. They're winning everything they're topping. And I think what needs to be solved with Inzectors, since they're not doing much here anymore, but still, Hornet or Dragonfly, these are the most problematic cards in that deck, and something needs to be done about them. I think that Hornet, it's important. Like, I think that Hornet, I guess they can limit Hornet, like that would be great. But I think the real problem is Dragonfly. Having like 3 copies of Dragonfly in your deck is unbelievable. The fact that this card just starts off a chain that wins you games. It lets you abuse your Hornet, it gets out your Centipede, it gets out your Gigamander, and you just win games. You just take control of the board and just win from there. I think something definitely needs to happen to Dragonfly. It can't be that accessible, because once they draw into this card, it's done. And I think the reason that Inzectors are dominating is because Hornet and Dragonfly are max 3, and they don't have tour guides, so I guess they can't really compensate for the speed of getting something out of your extra deck. So Inzectors are wrecking. But I think Dragonfly is the main issue, just because if Dragonfly is limited, it'll be harder to access Hornet, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Moving on, Lavels. I don't think I don't think they're fully out. They're not fully out for the TCG yet. But once they do, I think they're gonna be a really good deck. They're already like, I guess, tier 1 as well in Japan. And I think like the only way to solve the level problem is rekindling. I think rekindling at 3 is broke. It's unnecessary, and it just makes the deck so much better, and it's just not fair. And I think rekindling needs to be affected by the ban list. Unfortunately, TCG will never be completely fixed by ban list, just because the ban list is always based off the OCG. So we'll never really get what we want, but usually the OCG gets what they want. Also, the like guy that's in charge of like the ban list in Yu-Gi-Oh released an article on their website explaining the choices for this ban list, and some of them were good, and some of them just kind of like an agenda to sell products. Anyways, continuing down, Dino Rabbit. I know Dino Rabbit is not big in Japan, and in Japan they don't have Dolka, so I guess it's not that big of a problem. But for us, I think like Rescue Rabbit, they definitely won't hit Rescue Rabbit. But I'm just saying they should, like at least semi-limit it or something. Sorry about that. Yeah, semi-limit it or something. But Lagia, I think, is the big problem, and I think that Lagia should definitely be limited. If you're gonna keep Rescue Rabbit at 3, fine, do your thing, but Lagia needs to go. Next off, windups. I think the only problem with windups is Hunter. Just because without the loop, windups don't win game 1. Windups usually use game 1. They use the loop to win game 1 and then go from there. And Konami always states that the reason we ban this card, or the reason we ban any card, is one of the reasons for a card being banned is because it negatively impacts the game by starting a loop. In loops, we try and eliminate loops. So I don't see any reason for Hunter to remain in the game. And any good wind-up player will tell you that the only purpose Hunter has is to start the loop. That's why you run 1 copy of it, and that's why. The only purpose you have is to have Hunter in your deck is to start a loop. So this card needs to go. And then for Hieretics Dragon. Hieretics, in my opinion, are overrated. They're not doing anything. In the OCG, they're like tier 2. but they're not really doing anything. I think the main problems in dragons here, since they're dominating the format, is Red Eyes and Five-Headed Dragon. Let's just start with Red Eyes. Red Eyes is an unbelievably broken card. The card is just too unfair. The fact that you can have all these big beaters in your deck and to be able to bring this card out so fast, and then bringing this guy out brings out another heavy hitter that has like 2,500 plus attack points, so you've got two powerhouses on the field. It's just unfair. I think before these Dark and Light Dragons came out in the structure deck, this card's potential was unreal. But now that they are out, this card is just unbelievably broken, and if this card gets hit, the deck won't be as powerful, and they won't be topping everything anywhere every time. This card is just, any way you look at it, it's broken and it's unfair. Five-Headed Dragon. Why this needs to go? Because a lot of people like ban Future Fusion. Future Fusion has to go. No, Future Fusion helps a lot of decks out. And the decks that it helps out, they're not using Future Fusion in a broke way. The only reason that Future Fusion is broke is because Five-Headed Dragon lets you dump 5 dragons in your grave, and then you use the Eclipse Wyvern effect to like dump even more cards. That's why this card needs to go, not Future Fusion. That's the mistake a lot of people are making. Next off, Elemental Heroes. Apparently these are like tier 2 and tier 2, tier 1-ish in Japan. And I guess here they're doing pretty well too. They're the good anti-meta deck, but I really don't think Japan's gonna hate heroes at all. If they do, I think what I see them doing would be maximum semi-limiting Elemental Hero Shiny. That's the farthest I think they'll hit heroes. Because heroes have been going on for, I think, like, it's been like 2 years. Heroes have never been touched. Actually, in the entire game, the only time heroes have been touched was Stratos getting limited. And that was just because Stratos was just like how Earth got limited. Every searcher gets limited at one point. It just has to go. So that's for heroes. Now, Dark World. Snow. Snow is the Earth of this format. It's way too fast. It's unbelievable just because you get to pitch it and you get a search, and this is the type of stuff Konami tries to limit. It just lets you search. It's such an unfair card at 3. I think Snow definitely needs to get limited, just how Earth got limited. If you don't want to limit Snow, give us Earth back, because Dark Worlds are actually doing decently well in Japan. So if you're gonna give us, you're gonna limit Earth, you gotta limit Snow. Snow is just too broken, not fair. You're not gonna take Snow, and Gates has got to get semi-limited or limited, just because these two cards together in the deck just are giving unfair advantage to the Dark World player, and something's gotta go. Next for Blackwings. I think Blackwings just got hit way too hard. I think the format Konami's been too harsh on them, and I think they need Kalut back. Not unlimited, but they need Kalut back too. Or even Black Whirlwind. I'm just gonna add that to the list. Just give them Black Whirlwind, I guess. Even that semi-limited, I think, will be fair, just because they're not gonna do anything in the format, but just give them a chance. So that's my thoughts on the format and what should be affected. So I just compiled like a list of like a ban list prediction. So banned, Wind Up Hunter and Five-Headed Dragon. I think these need to be banned. And this isn't like everything I think is gonna ban, but these are the things I think need to be banned. So yeah. Then limited, Dragonfly or Hornet, one of them's gotta go. Red Eyes Darkness Metal has to be limited, like it's just unfair. And Lagia or Rabbit need to be limited. Just, you can't have that. I think Lagia in particular needs to be limited. Semi-limited, I think Kalut needs to come back. Rekindling, semi-limited or limited. This can go on either list. I just put that here for now. Shining, highly improbable, but I'll put it there anyways. And Snow and Gates, one of them's got to be semi-limited or limited. Snow I would actually put in the limited list. I don't know why I put it there. But Snow got to be limited, and Gates has to be semi-limited, or something's got to go on there. In unlimited, I think Striker and Earth need to come back, or one of them. Like, bring back Earth and keep Striker. Like, one of them's got to come back, or both of them got to come back. This card, make it unlimited or make it semi-limited. But this was so uncalled for. That was so drastic. They killed the decks, both of those decks, and even the combined version of the deck. And it was just so unfair and so unthoughtful. Like, I think Konami rushed to a conclusion and didn't think this thought through, and they just really pushed sales with this move. They literally crushed and 3 decks with this move in order to push sales for like new and upcoming decks, just because this was such a fast deck. And I think they need to take that back. And also one thing that's not here, I think they should bring Trishula back to 1. I think Trish wasn't that big of a deal. That they completely took care of it, like they got rid of it. I guess like apart from like TGs, Trish was a hard card to like bring out anyway. So I think that they might want to give us back Trish. I think that was another push for sales. And yeah, that's my list. So I know I haven't hit anything in the extra deck except for Lagia, just because I think there's nothing in the extra deck we need to address. And this definitely isn't my full list. This is just what I think. Like, yeah, so it's what it's worth covering. Sorry if there's a cut in between there. I'm sorry, but yeah, and sorry for the long video. But I feel like this should have been discussed. I haven't seen a lot of people doing this, so I thought, why not me go out and do this? But yes, let me know what you think. This definitely, as I said, it's not the entire list. But let me know if there's anything you think should get rid of, or something that needs to be addressed that I didn't talk about in the comment section below. And when a confirmed ban list comes out pretty soon, I'll make sure to put a video up for you guys, and give my thoughts on it. And let me know what you think. So thanks, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.